Hello, my YouTube audience. So, sorry about the last video. My family likes to interrupt me a lot. But, anyways, this is a review on the mokwheel basalt ST. ST just stands for, well, obviously, step through frame. This bike, it has a 750 watt rear hub motor. It also has a 20 amp hour battery, which, e-biking is not a lot, but it's dependent on what kind of battery you get. This one has Samsung cells, so it means it can go a little bit further than any other e-bike in its price range. However, the only one who seems to actually beat this e-bike in range is the Waki H9 all-wheel drive electric bike with an estimated range of 120 miles an hour. But I recommend don't get the Waki one, um, as I recommend that I am going to say that brand, that while they have a good e-bike and all, but the problem is that their customer service is a little lackluster, I guess you could say, a little bit less desirable. Where with Mokwheel, I got a call yesterday from Mokwheel themselves, and they actually said that they were addressing me on an email that I sent previously. Um, they are a tremendous help. I had two of their numbers saved, and I got this bike at a bike shop in here in Massachusetts called Buzzards Bay Bikes. Now they're a very good bike company. They're very good and very kind people at that bike shop. They're willing to work on the bike, regardless of what problem it is. And they do it for a good price. Now, I can say that this bike has an estimated range of 80 miles, but in real world scenario, it's about 30 to 40, maybe even 50 miles worth of range because I was able to wear down the battery in a matter of an hour and a half. Now, this might not be good for people like me who like to go explore or do, as I like to call, ASMR videos of walking around and stuff like that. But the bike is very, very good for its quality. Nice, nice shocks, and also it has a lot of good potential. Now, the bike, a good thing enough because Mokwheel doesn't cheap out. They actually put puncture-proof tire or puncture-resistant tires on the bike off the factory line. So they're not one of those companies who are cheaping out. Now, I recommend for anyone that's getting an electric bike, especially in the year 2024, with the whole e-bike craze going on, I highly recommend getting an e-bike from a bike shop. Now, that is because if you want an e-bike that you don't have to repair, then an e-bike you can get at a bike shop is going to have people willing to help you with it. And to be honest, that's a lot better deal because then you can go in for monthly, yearly maintenance and just have them work on it, tune everything up for you. And to me, that's a better deal than buying one online. I mean, a lot of these, yes, there are some gems when it comes to e-bikes. It's just that, well, it's just that few companies can hold a torch to what a gem is. But if you're looking for an e-bike that's practical and does a lot of the things you need it to do, whether it be making a cargo run to the store, get some groceries, get a bike that allows baskets. Yes, every bike can mount baskets on it for groceries, but sometimes you need the right size kind of basket because it depends if you're doing a grocery run or something like that, or you're just getting a few things that you might need for the week. Now, obviously, this bike comes with dual, well, it doesn't come with two. You can buy the basket separately, so you get two cargo racks, and I'd say they're both very good for, like, if you're going to the grocery store but you don't want to take the family car. An e-bike is going to get you there, maybe not as fast, but it's still going to get you there pretty quickly. It's better than a regular old pedal bike. Um, I also recommend that people who want to get an e-bike focus on one that the bike shop offers that is perfect for your needs. Whether it have a huge battery or has a rugged looking look to it, that's what I personally recommend. Because when it comes to e-bikes, I believe the best thing to do is to have an e-bike that is not only durable, but an e-bike that is can handle some off-roading conditions like trails. Like these knobbies here are really good tires for off-roading and stuff. Now, there was one concern that I did happen to come across the other day while riding this. Now, this is just a little minor complaint. Each to own its opinions. Yes, some people might have bad luck with mock wheels. Some people may have good luck with mock wheels, like me. So I was riding, and my bike started shaking, and it was only the front half. I'm like, okay, that doesn't seem like it's a good sign. Now, that's only when I started turning the handle a little bit, it would shake. Like, if I turn the handle from side to side, it would go, like, kind of do a jittery shake. So, today, because I head down to Cape Cod or Bourne, Massachusetts, I basically am gonna have the bike shop take a look at it, give it a once or twice over, let them ride it out, see what they think. Um, and see if it's something that might have come loose. So I don't know what it might have got loose, but I know that for me, I want my bike nice and sturdy. I don't want it having the shakes. But I can recommend Mokwheel to a lot of people who might want an e-bike that is has, a lot of potential to it. So this bike also is what some people would call a power station e-bike. So yes, you can ride it, but the other thing you can do is you can also power it through solar panels, as there's a inbuilt inverter right down there, right next to the pedals, that little one, black one right there. In that, you can plug a solar panel up to it. Now, Mockwood does sell their own solar panels, and if you go on a camping trip and you're out in the boonies, hillbilly territory, you could park your bike outside the tent, have it charging, and then when you basically get done charging it, now it's not going to take it's going to take longer to charge it through solar panels, so it's not the most practical way to charge it. But if you're just charging it for a little bit, it should be fine to get you wherever you need to go. Um, but I highly recommend the brand Mokwheel. They have a good customer rating, as they're willing to reach out to you about any questions, anything you have, like questions, opinions, and stuff. They're willing to listen. Heck, I even recommended that, they made a pink version of it. So I suggested, hey, can you guys make a limited edition red version of the Mako Basalt SD? And they were like, yeah, we could technically do that. And I said, a lot of people like the color red anyways, so why not make a red version of the bike, just to keep the people who like red faster. As the orcs say from Warhammer 40k, red makes things go faster, which I kind of believe it too. Call me stupid, but yeah. But yeah, this is my overall review on the Mokwheel Basalt ST. And also, this bike is a little bit different than your traditional Amazon bought e-bike. So it doesn't have a cadence sensor, it has a torque sensor, meaning so how fast you pedal It's how fast you're gonna go on the bike. So you don't have to ghost pedal. But I recommend for anyone, do their homework, find a nearest bike shop that sells either the Mokwheel brand, because I know there's quite a few of them all across the US. And I also highly recommend getting into contact with Mokwheel, asking them questions about it, stuff like that. Um, because if you think about it, an e-bike is not just a leisure style; it's a lifestyle. There used to be an old Honda commercial for the Honda Cub that said, "You meet the nicest people on a Honda Cub," which is true, yeah. But here's the thing: you meet nicer people on e-bikes because they're like a whole community worldwide. Um, but yeah, I highly recommend to people that want a good e-bike, recommend getting a mock wheel if it fits your needs. There's also a Dutch e-bike called Gazelle. Now I tried it. It's what they call a mid-drive motor e-bike. Very nice bike though. Um, and I also recommend a few others. So obviously, I would have recommended Walkie because of their massive range. But the problem is, it's a cumbersome e-bike, and it's it's too huge with too many problems, and no one is willing to work on it. Um, but I do recommend don't buy an e-bike on Amazon. It's a bad mistake unless the bike shop you uh working like unless it's a bike that a local bike shop in your area has a license to fix, then yeah, buy it. But don't buy any of those $1,000 cheapo e-bikes on Amazon. You're gonna regret it, and your best bet is to get it at a local bike shop because, well, yes, some of them are gems and are high quality standards, but most of those e-bikes are actually just prone to breaking down and stuff and end up being more dangerous than what they're good for. So I highly recommend don't buy one off of Amazon, please. It's not worth your time, your energy, or your effort. So please keep that in mind. Amazon e-bikes are not very good unless they're sold at bike shops. Now that's just biased opinion, but I had a lot of bad problems with the Walkie H9, and I wasn't very happy after 3.5 months of using it. I loved the bike. I loved the massive range I had with it, but thing is though, throttle cutouts would become frequent, and other things like that. So I highly recommend a mock wheel because it's a more durable e-bike. But anyways, this is my little review on the Mokwheel Basalt ST. And as I said, remember, go for something that you like and go for something that's practical for your needs. And also recommend if you get an e-bike and it doesn't have fenders, get fenders. Because some days you might actually be riding through rain and I don't think you want to get your clothes wet. So always get fenders on e-bikes or any kind of bike. You will be saving your clothes to be dry, and you'll also be saving yourself from being damp and wet from whatever workplace you have to go to work. Anyways, you guys have a fun one. Make sure to subscribe and remember the world is a better place because you were born into it.